I love that man, Robbie Robertson. Go see his show. He has a great podcast also. One of the most talented, I mean super talented musicians on the planet. If you've ever watched his podcast, He has a young lady that he works with, and he does all this recording in his studio. When you watch him play that keyboard, it's almost, I've seen it with Frankie, but when he does it on his show, he has the freedom to go all different ways. Robbie Robertson, if you're watching, there's only one of you. Never to be another. You're incredible.
Hello, all you jammers out there in Jammin' Java world, the Jammin' Java land. It's good to be back in the saddle here on this Monday night. Oh, it seems like it's bright. Let me see if this can make it a little. That's a little better in here, I guess. I thought it was bright. So I just flew back today from wherever I was yesterday, Richmond, Virginia. Then after the show, we jumped on a bus, drove 2 hours to Washington Dulles, and I took a flight out this morning from Washington Dulles, and here I am. And boy, are my arms tired, as they once said. So a lot of stuff going on. Oh, what a weekend it was. Tonight, what we're going to do is we are going to kind of recap, rekindle, rewind this past weekend, and we're going to be very Frankie Valli-centric, very Four Seasons-centric, and so it's going to be a lot of fun tonight to do this, and I think a lot of cool stuff in store. VINNY MARTELL is going to share a new song of his a little later in the show as well. And we've got some Tommy John. It's got a whole bunch of good stuff. Let me see who's in the chat here. We've got Bob Sneed from Litchfield. Hello, brother Bob. Georgia Music. Okay. Hi, George. Now, when I did this interview with George and Ken Charmer and Anthony Colatrella and another gentleman, so I think it's out there. But George, could you put up the how to see the interview? I think it just came out today or yesterday. I have not seen it yet. Hello, Richard McCrockland. Dear Jammers. Oh, yeah. Steve Zemko. It was great to see Steve the other night. Anna Samanamu in the house. Hey, Anna Samanamu. Dominic in the house. Jennifer Green. Debbie Grable. And Sherry Eicher-Jett is going to be with us here pretty soon as well, talking all things Route 66. Did I get that? It's been a whirlwind day, I tell you what. It was just pulling up. Hey, yeah, Anthony, yeah, so let me, here we go. George says, the interview is posted now on Mo West Chameleon YouTube channel for all to see. Very cool. Is it the 1 hour interview, or is it both of them, or whatever? It's only on YouTube and several Four Season Facebook pages. Oh, good. Here, Anna beat us all to the punch. So here's the link. I wonder if I can copy this. Probably not. Let me see here. No, it won't do it. So there is the link to watch that YouTube interview, and we talked. We went into the history of the Four Seasons and a lot of stuff. This was quite a Four Seasons weekend, as I mentioned. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing an old shirt here. It is a 1.5 hour show. All right, cool, Anthony. Here, did I even put this shirt in here? I don't know. Here, let me see if I can pull this in here. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm going to I'll show you this shirt that I'm wearing as we speak. So this is from this tour that we did, it's a festival thing we did, obviously, in 1993, Shake, Rattle, and Roll Festival. Now, but check out the lineup. You've got Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Chicago, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, The Temptations, Paul Revere and the Raiders, The Grassroots, Endless Summer, Little Vito and the Torpedoes, The Blenders, Barry's Trucker, Village People, The Classics, Three Dog Night, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Tom Jones. How's that for a lineup? Very cool. So, well, let's see here. Well, we better bring in Pastor Chuck so we can get things a-rolling. Pastor Chuck, I hope you're in the green room ready to lead us in prayer, lead us in devotion. All right, here he is. Brother Chuck Pearson, Pastor, the Right Reverend Chuck Pearson. Here we go.
Thank you, Robbie, and good evening, everyone. I hope you've had a really great day. It's been in the 90s here in Southern California. Summer is here. Yesterday's gospel lesson from Mark, Jesus and his disciples were crossing the Sea of Galilee in a boat. And Mark writes, "And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was asleep," that is, Jesus was asleep, in the stern on the cushion. "And they woke him and said to him, 'Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?' And he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, 'Peace, be still.' And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said to them, 'Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?'" Years ago, when I was living in Denver and our kids were young, we would stand at the window in the front room of our house. It had one of those big windows, and we'd watch the occasional electrical storms that we would have. And sometimes there'd be a lot of rain and a lot of wind against them and be beaten against the house. And it was always fun to see the lightning, and then to try and count the seconds between when we heard the thunder. But sometimes the lightning was close and the thunder was so close that it was loud and it would frighten the kids. And but we were inside the house and we were safe, and that's all I had to tell them. We're safe and we're okay. Everything's going to be okay. But it was something different if we were in the car and one of those electrical storms hit, and we were hit by a deluge of water. It can really come down in those mountain storms. So much so that when you're driving, there's nothing you can do. Not even the windshield wipers will clear everything off. You just have to pull over to the side of the road and hope that you don't hit the car in front of you and that the guy behind you doesn't hit you. They're really something to behold. That's the kind of a situation I think the disciples found themselves in the Sea of Galilee. Water's coming into the boat. They're about to flounder. Of course they're getting panicked. I can picture them trying to bail water like mad, and the water level keeps rising. It keeps getting higher, and the automatic thought is, we're going to die. And no wonder they are panicky, and then they turn to Jesus and they find him asleep in the back of the boat. I'll bet you've been in a similar situation in life, a situation or circumstance where it seems as if everything is going wrong and the boat's about to flood and you're about to sink. And I'll bet there are times when you just didn't see any way out of the situation or the circumstances that you found yourself in. And maybe you even turned to God and asked him for help, and you heard silence. At least that's the way it seemed at the time. Or perhaps you find yourself in that kind of a situation this evening, where it seems as if the situation and the circumstances of your life are just going to overwhelm you, and it doesn't seem as if God cares. It seems as if he's silent. The question that Jesus asks his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" is a valid one, I think, for us as well. Why do we get fearful? I believe we get fearful because we think everything depends upon us. We lean on our strengths and our abilities and our own resources. And when we find out that those things aren't enough, what do? We panic and we become fearful. We find that we are incapable of meeting the challenges that we face, and there's no place to turn. And so we turn to God. Well, one of the reasons God may seem to be silent is not because he's punishing us, but because he's already spoken his word of promise to us, his word of peace. He never promised us that life would be smooth sailing. In fact, he seems to promise the exact opposite. It seems to me that when Jesus tells us to deny ourselves, take up our cross and follow him, that's what he's talking about. Life is not going to be smooth sailing. What he does do is promise that he will never leave us or forsake us. But how do we know he will keep that promise? Because he's already taken care of the greatest need that you and I have for peace, and that's the peace of reconciliation. Not the absence of conflict in our lives, but the peace of reconciliation between God and us. The peace that's a result of the removal of that barrier of sin between us through the cross and the grave. A cross that's empty and the grave that's empty. St. Paul reminds us in Romans 8, if God gave us his Son, how will he not also along with him give us all things? Well, I can tell you I've seen some miracles in my own life. Can't name them all. Some of them have been as I walked through some really dark valleys professionally, or maybe in my own family life. Situations or circumstances have arisen. Some of them have resulted in physical healing. I've had one eye doctor tell me that what she saw was a miracle. None of them were a result of because I was such a good person or because I had such strong faith. They were all the fact that God is a God of grace and mercy, and even in the times that he may seem silent in my life, he's already saying to me, and as I think he says to each of us, I've already taken care of that. That's what he does say to us tonight, if we're in a period of smooth sailing, or if we're looking ahead and we see some really rough waters, or if we're right in the middle of the storm. It doesn't matter. God's already taken care of everything. That's his promise to us. Peace. Be still. He's taken care of everything. Let's pray. Father in heaven, thank you for the grace and mercy that you show us, and that no matter what problems we face and no matter the situations or circumstances that we find ourselves in, we are not alone. In fact, no matter what those struggles might be, you've already provided the answer or the solution to our problems. And in you, everything is going to be all right. Be with those who are struggling to find answers to the problems that they face. Those of us who can't see how things can possibly end in their favor this evening, let them know that even in disappointment and what might seem to be failure, you are with them and you have not abandoned them. Help them to see the miracles you are preparing for them. Each of us have other people that we are concerned about this evening, Father, and so we lift them up to you. You know their needs better than we do, and so we pray for them, Father, but we pray for them according to your knowledge of their needs and your love for them. Bless the program this evening, and may everything we do honor you and glorify you in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so back to you, Robbie. Have a great evening, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you, brother, for that great message. Let's play some music here, and this is a song that I wrote that's in the style, I think you'll hear it, of the Four Seasons. It's called Remember Who, and if you know the song Who Loves You, I think there's some parallels here, so check it out. But Remember Who.
Remember who. Remember who.
Remember Jesus because he remembers you. Okay. That might be a song we'll do one of these days on Robbie's Records. So we played last Thursday. Well, of course, we were here last Monday. And what was our theme last Monday? It was, we were doing the Robbie's Records kind of recap kind of stuff. I haven't done anything really with Robbie's Records this week, but we left on Thursday and flew into Newark. Here, I've got some cool pictures here. Check it out. So, and it's really cool walking through the airport and then up on these big signs in the hallway. There was a big signage there of a bunch of the Jersey homeboys and homegirls here. So there's Frankie in the center, and Yogi Berra up there. I don't know who that lady is, actually. Connie Chung, Jersey girl, and Thomas Edison, another Jersey boy. So that was kind of fun. It's always fun to see that kind of thing where they really respect their Jersey homegrown people. Actually, but if you really want to get down to it, Yogi Berra was not from Jersey. He lived in Jersey most of his life, but he was from St. Louis. From the Hill in St. Louis. And then, so here are a couple pictures from, that was the load in, they're getting set up for the gig. We flew into New Jersey, and then we went to I think it's not the casino in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The Jammers, and I saw a bunch of the Jammers there. That was kind of fun to see all you guys. Let's see here. Wind Creek, thank you. And there's a picture of my setup at the beginning of the show. Wind Creek Casino. And then that guy, his name is David Unger, and he's with Korg Company, and he's the guy who set me up with all the keyboard one of the keyboards that I use on the Frankie Valley gigs. And I have actually three of them. I have one out here, I have one on the road, and then I have another one that's in Litchfield, actually, and we'll be using that on the tour, Korg keyboards. I really like the Korg stuff. David Unger is the man. Let's see, here's some more pictures here. That's some of the gang that was all there, and a bunch of you jammers are here. Of course, Anna's in there, and Tom, and Debbie, and, you know who you are all there. There's David. And there I am. That's at the sound check. I was kind of rehearsing playing the guitar. As a matter of fact, listen, here's a solo from one of those nights. I'm not sure what night it is. Check out this. So I'm bringing that guitar. Hey, Vince, what we'll have to do is when we get together to do our gigs, I'll break out the guitar and you and I can do some stuff. Oh, yeah, you like the shirt, huh, Vince? I tend to wear that quite a bit. That's for sure. That's for sure. So here's a little guitar for you from here we go. Check it out. So there you go. I was having trouble because I'm still getting all the nuance. I used to play that 30 years ago, but one of the things that if you could see in that video, that my coat kept getting in front of the keytar, and so I have to figure that out. Here's how I used to do it way back in the day. Let's see. I think I had that picture. Here we are back in the day. Well, this is 30 plus years ago. So that was the keytar, and that's I was practicing it down there. So that's a fun thing to play. I'll get it more finessed actually here in the next few weeks, I'm sure. Yeah, Larry says Tim Stone was in that one clip. We lost him last year. Very, very tragic. Tim Stone was a great keyboard player and a great singer, that's for sure. How do you like that picture, Vinny? Yeah, Dominic says, yeah, that was from the AC show in, that was Atlantic City, wasn't it? 1992, we did that. Here's some more pictures from the gig in Bethlehem. Frankie, 90 years old. It's actually astounding that Frankie Valli can be out there at 90 years old. There's another action shot of the keytar. There's Steve Zemko and his wife, Norma. So Steve Zemko and Norma have probably seen more shows than any fans of all Frankie Valli-dom, all 4 seasons. I mean, they have been coming to see shows since before I was around, and they come to more shows than almost anybody I can think of, and they are nice people, and it's always good. I think Steve is watching now, actually. It's always great to see you guys, and Steve had a little bit of a health scare a little while back, but it's great to see him back in the groove. That's for sure. So there's more keytar. And there's the loadout of the truck at the end of the night with the forklift and all that stuff. God bless music, and Jesus keeps us young. Amen. Speaking of keeping us young, you know, Tommy John tomorrow night has a big event in Terre Haute, Indiana. Tommy John is from Terre Haute, Indiana. If you're a baseball fan at all, you know the name Tommy John, because Tommy John's name is mentioned more than any other baseball player because of the surgery that bears his name. And and they asked me, and I was very flattered that they would ask me to put together a little video thing, and then they got a whole bunch of baseball stars, and I asked Tony Orlando. He did a nice thing. So here's a little bit of a clip of what they're going to be playing. They're going to put this all up on the not this one. They're going to break it up into every inning, play different clips at the ball game that is going to be honoring Tommy John. And here, check this out. This is kind of cool.
Hey everybody, what baseball player's name is spoken at every baseball game more than any other? Babe Ruth? Shohei Ohtani? No! The name you hear most in every broadcast is my buddy, Tommy John. Tommy John has 288 wins, more than any pitcher not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Tommy pitched 26 years, more than any pitcher not named Nolan Ryan. Tommy has a lifetime ERA of 3.34. His career WAR is 79.6, the 19th highest total for any pitcher since 1900. Tommy was the pioneer in the surgery that bears his name, a surgery that offers hope and continued prosperity to thousands and thousands of MLB players. Tommy should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Come on, MLB.
TJ, what a career you have had. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You should have been there a long time ago. And believe me, if I'm on the committee next year, and I will be, I will do everything in my power to make sure that Tommy John gets enshrined in the Hall of Fame.
Tommy John, what a great pitcher he was. I couldn't hit him. Here's a guy that we named a procedure after him. So I just want to say, Tommy, you were a great pitcher. I wish I didn't have to hit off you because I couldn't hit you worth a damn. I might have got another 300 or 400 hits if it wasn't for you. Okay, I like you, but I didn't like to face you.
Tommy, how you doing, brother? The Rocket here. Thank you for paving the way for thousands of young arms. It's just pretty amazing, buddy. All the best, and thank you for what you have done in the past for all these young players, up-and-coming young players.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Garvey. I want to congratulate you for honoring a wonderful man, a husband, father, a tremendous teammate, great American. Like the old saying goes, life is God's gift to us, and what we do it is our gift to him. And Tommy John, you've given God a wonderful gift, and that's by being who you are, and every day making a difference in people's lives. So congratulations tonight. God bless.
Tommy John, my dear friend and my teammate, what a great career you had. 26 years, 288 wins, a major surgery named after you. What else do you need to do to get into the Hall of Fame? God bless you.
Tommy John, Marty Brenneman. And I want to add my name to the list of those who have congratulated you, and rightfully so. As far as a major league career is concerned, we all feel it's a Hall of Fame career. 26 years, 288 wins, a 334 earned run average. The wins, by the way, are more than over 60 pitchers who are currently in baseball's Hall of Fame. Enjoy your day, my friend. Have a great day, both you and your family. Well deserved.
Tommy, I just want to say congratulations on your special event. It was always wonderful playing with you, and I hope to see you in the Hall of Fame.
Tommy John, God, he's a Hall of Famer. If there ever was one, it's Tommy John.
Talking to myself.
I mean, the guys that we hear about the most in baseball is Babe Ruth and Tommy John.
Sometimes
what are they waiting for? Anyway, Tommy, you're a great man. You have always been a great man. Love you. You treated me great when I was just a lowly bad boy and you were the man. So, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Tommy John, this is Tony Orlando. I'm in a celebrity game, Dodger Stadium. Bam! I hit a double. I hear the crowd roaring. I'm rounding first base. I come and I slide into second base perfectly. I get up and I'm rounding third. Should I slide or should I stand? Half of me said slide, half of me said stand. The rest of me hit the ground. Boom, boom, boom. My chin scraped into home plate. And who comes to save me? Tommy John. Come on, I'm going to take care of you. I'm performing surgery on you. So you are looking at the first person who's ever had Tommy John surgery, and my doctor was Dr. Tommy John. Dr. John, Tony Orlando, he's saying, I am now and forever grateful.
So there you have it. That's our campaign to get Tommy John in the Hall of Fame. By the way, and they're going to vote in October this year. So as much and there is that petition. Yes, right here. Thank you, Anna. Here's the petition to get him in there. And Tuesday, tomorrow night, and we're going to do a big show about him in September, I think, right before that, and see what baseball players we can get in here for that show. Okay, let's go. So we played Friday night in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Then we went over to the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City. And that's at the entryway of the casino there. It's kind of a cool thing. So that morning I got up, I had to go out on the boardwalk and see the water and stuff, but it was really, really cool. Cold, I should say, is what I mean. Hey, by the way, Peter Gorman says yes, and I agree and I concur 100%. The Vanilla Fudge belongs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're going to have to do a big campaign one way or another here sooner than later to get that happening. There's the boardwalk, the iconic boardwalk in Atlantic City. There's the entryway and that's a big venue. I remember, Vinny, you came over there. You and Peg came over there, and we had, there's the setup. It's amazing to me that, where this thing looks like when they start, and then you fill it with people. I think it was 7,000 people in there that night. Okay, so this is Frankie, and, I'm not going to know all of the names, I hate to say, but Charles Alexander is the man on our right as we look in the picture. Charles Alexander, there's Charles Alexander. Charles Alexander has been he's written liner notes to a number of different Four Seasons records. One of the things he did was a big box set that had different celebrities and stars talk about each song, which was really kind of a cool thing, from Billy Joel to, so many people. Let's see here. There's that same gang again. And the guy just on my right, that is, I forget his name, but he was really good friends with Joe Long. And the guy on my left was real good friends with Tommy DeVito. And as a matter of fact, there's Charles Alexander again. This guy, let me go back over here. See the guy, the big guy in the green shirt next to Frankie. So that, he was at the 1962, if you've watched his show much, you heard Tony Orlando talk about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons closing the show at the Brooklyn Fox in 1962. It was in December of 1962. Tony was on that show, and so a bunch of big stars, Jackie Wilson and all kinds of people, but he was at that show, and I'm sorry to say I forgot his name. So that was some of those guys. Oh, and this guy is Big J, and he is partners with Joey Reynolds. We're gonna get Joey Reynolds on the show. By the way, Joey Reynolds is the guy who, and some of the Four Seasons aficionados here can testify. Joey Reynolds is the one who locked himself in the control room. He was a DJ. He's in Brooklyn and New York, and I think it happened in Hartfield, Hartfield, I guess. Where he locked himself in and played Sherry 24 hours a day or around the clock. And so that was one of the classic, iconic moments in the Four Seasons history. And it's portrayed, that moment is portrayed in Jersey Boys. So Hartford, Connecticut. Thanks, Anthony. I'm glad you guys are there to correct me. And that's where Joey Reynolds played it, and the police came in and knocked down the door and all that kind of stuff. It was one of the great moments, and that's the one that broke Sherry, and the rest is history. Here we are 100 years later, still touring, playing Sherry. One of the cool things about the Hard Rock Casino is, and George says he believes that Joey Reynolds wrote the liner notes for the album Sherry, which is probably true. One of the cool things I was going to say at the Hard Rock is there's, at all of the Hard Rocks, because we played a few of them around the country, and the one in Atlanta, well, they all have all kinds of great music memorabilia. And this is Elvis's Rolls Royce. Here, let me go over here. And then we've got, come on. Let's see, I want this right here. This was Sinatra's piano that he had in his office. Pretty cool. Now this is not this weekend, but this was when Vinny and his wife Peg came out, and that's when I really first met Vinny. Came out and we had dinner and we had a nice hang, and we've become really good friends now. And there I am with Vinny and Vinny's wife Peg, and you're going to be hearing from both of them tonight in just a little bit here. So let's get back to some. We'll do another song here. What do we got here? Well, let's go back in time. Why not? 62 was Sherry, was the big hit, and this is the band in 1982. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Valli.
Seasons, yeah.
Oh, what a night. Oh, what a half a decade. What a half a century it's been. So it is now this time right here. Let's see if I can hit the right button.
Beach Boys, we're talking Beach Boys, 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 Beach, woo.
Hands together for the, there they are. Well, this is one half of the illustrious Beach Boys talk. Hey,
yeah,
Matt.
the lesser half tonight, but y'all could deal with me tonight. How you doing, Robbie?
I'm doing good. Well, let's make your box bigger then, as they say, right there. That way you can fill up the space. There we go.
Man, I got to tell you, that last video you just showed brought me back so much memories, because I used to watch that when I was a kid. That was one of the Frankie Valli videotapes we had, so it's pretty neat to see that again.
Wow. Wow.
Awesome. Not to make you feel old or anything, but
Exactly.
because
Well, I
we
can
had
never
we had
feel
had
old.
a.
When I'm working with a guy that's 90 years old, it always makes me feel young.
That's fair enough. We had we had always heard his records and everything on the
Uh-huh.
tapes and saw pictures, but we never saw anything live with him. This was before YouTube and all that stuff, right? So
Sure.
that was kind of the first thing I ever saw Frankie Valli, in like a video. It was pretty neat. So awesome.
I remember that so well. Now, this week is kind of a birthday week. And before we give away who the birthday is, actually, today is the birthday of a dear, dear friend of mine, one of the greatest keyboard players in the world, one of the greatest keyboard players in prog rock especially. And we're going to do a little happy birthday. Let's see if I can get the right button here. Come on, baby. This is my friend Patrick Moraz. Now, I don't know if you know his name at all. It might be a little niche for you, but he was the keyboard player in a band called Yes. Have you ever heard of Yes?
Yeah, I know. Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a band called the Moody Blues?
I have. Yep.
Okay, he was the keyboard player. He followed Rick Wakeman in Yes, and then he spent 12 years with the Moody Blues. Wow. This guy is one of the deepest musicians I've ever known, and he is really, really, really just a great, great, great musician. And he and I really have become friends. They had a big, at the NAMM show just this year, they had a big display all about Patrick. Here, let's see if I can give. Well, that's at the NAMM show, and that's Chris Montez and Patrick and I at the NAMM show hanging out. And there's a thing, because he was one of the pioneers of all that prog rock stuff, and you can see with his band Refugee there, and that was before he was. And when he did his first solo album, he's Swiss. He's from Switzerland, but he lives over here now in Florida. But Robert Moog flew over and helped him do that whole record.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so happy birthday to my dear, dear friend, Patrick Moraz. Again, one of the deepest musicians I've ever known. I've got him in some clips here, but one of these days we'll have to get him to come on as a guest. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, brilliant. He's just brilliant. He's got dozens of albums. He's got an album out, a duet album with him and Chick Corea too.
Oh, cool! Very cool. I got to check him out. Like I said, I know Yes and the Moody Blues, but I didn't know about him, so I'll have to check him out on YouTube or something. That's cool.
And then there's another birthday that is more related to the Beach Boys, and here's that birthday.
There it is. That's such a great picture, Robbie. I love that picture when you show it. Yep.
Tell the audience about this guy's birthday.
So Brian Wilson on June 20th turned 82 years old. And one of the interesting things they always say is I believe Paul McCartney's birthday is the day before, but the same year, across the pond, they both play bass and they both, were innovators of music. But I saw some video clips. There was a party for Brian Wilson on his 82nd birthday. I saw one video clip and some pictures. I guess they had a party at his house, and his daughter Carney sang, from Wilson Phillips. She sang "Be My Baby" for him, and "Be My Baby's" always been his favorite song. And she said he just thanked her over and over again. His old band got together, and I guess they played like 3 sets. So they had a really nice celebration for him. He's not touring anymore. They say he's got some dementia and things like that, but it looks like he has a lot of love and care in his life, which is all he needs right now. So that's great. So I'm happy for him.
And you mentioned it, but here's another birthday. This guy.
Wow, look at that picture. I didn't know you met Paul McCartney. That's awesome.
What I like to say about this picture is if between the three of us, think of all the hit records you've got.
No doubt. You put Brian in there, it's over. It's like all of them, you know.
But
another June 19th birthday was our Four Season, right? Tommy DeVito.
That's
Had a
right,
birthday,
and
June
I should have
19th, yep.
known that. Darn it!
Oh,
I
that's
missed
okay,
that.
but happy birthday, Tommy DeVito too. You know, he didn't sing like Frankie Valli, but I heard in the early years he was. I think you might have said that he was even the band leader. He kind of had the musical chops and the promotion and all that.
And
so
he did
was a
all the
big part of the
talking on
band.
stage.
Yeah, interesting. And I didn't know that till you said that. So happy birthday to all those guys. Wow, that's so great.
Now here's the kind of the cool thing too is though now they're both, as you said, they're both 82 this week.
Yeah.
But there's another guy who's turning 82 not this week but coming up in November, and that's this guy right here.
Oh, there's Bob Gaudio. Yep.
So here's the thing that I mean, think about this a second. All three of these guys are 82 years old this year. Brian Wilson, Paul McCartney, and Bob Gaudio. So if you take those three guys out of the picture in terms of the songs of the 60s, you've got half the hits almost.
No, you're right. That's really amazing when you put it in perspective like that. What that year, whatever that year, 1942 or whatever.
Right.
No,
it was 42.
Whatever it was. 42, yeah, to a year for musicians, right? So that's incredible. I didn't know Bob Gaudio was that old. I didn't know.
Yeah, so he'll be 82 in November.
Yeah.
So all three of these iconic songwriters, let alone iconic musicians and musical artists, 82 years old this year. So
and another neat thing about all three of those guys too is the no ego. Brian Wilson talks about Paul McCartney and Bob Gaudio, vice versa. All three of those guys will just talk about the other people's music, and I always found that really to be neat because all three of them are so great in their own right.
I think you find that with a lot of great artists who have humility about them. I wouldn't say that's across the board, but I see it more often than you would think.
Yeah, I mean, good music's good music, right? You got to appreciate it. So
absolutely. Well, without Bob Gaudio, we wouldn't be doing anything, all this touring for all these decades. That's for sure.
It's incredible. He really, to me, he's, again, I love, of course, we do the Beach Boys talk show. We love Brian Wilson, but music is something to me that it makes you feel a certain way. It hits you a certain way, and a lot of the time it's those Beach Boy harmonies, those chord progressions Brian wrote, but the Four Seasons have the same thing. I mean, there's tons of songs, about 20, 40, whatever, 50 songs I can think of that have those moments in there where I'm like, yeah, and that's Bob Gaudio's writing. And of course they're singing and performing. So they're very close to me too with the Beach Boys, the Four Seasons. That would be our show if we didn't have a Beach Boys talk, but you got the Four Seasons covered here. In spades,
and we've got there are some of the guys who are watching now, Anthony Colatrella, George Music. And I did this interview, last week, and I guess, and as they said, it's on YouTube right now, an hour and a half in, and we really covered a lot of they know way more about the Four Seasons than I do, that's for sure.
I watched that. That was just uploaded a few days ago. Yeah, I watched you on there. Yeah, it was good. So
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to have to see it. I've had a whirlwind weekend, 3 cities in 3 days, and jumping on the plane. So what's going on tomorrow on Beach Boys Talk?
So yeah, we'll probably have you come on a little bit early tomorrow because tomorrow's going to be a special show. Speaking of birthdays, June 29th, it would have been Billy Hinchy's birthday.
Oh yeah,
and he passed away a couple Novembers ago. Billy Hinchy, of course, of Dino, Desi, and Billy in the '60s. Then he toured.
By the way, let me
Beach
correct
Boys.
you, Dino, Desi, and Billy. Come
Dino,
on,
sorry,
brother.
I always say sorry, Dino, Desi, and Billy. And they had some hits, and then they opened for the Beach Boys. He became friends. He toured with them for years. His sister, Annie, married Carl Wilson, and Greg and I have befriended Annie. She's really great, a wonderful person. So we're going to go on at the beginning of the show and talk about Billy's show. She has sent us a lot of his memorabilia. I have a tour jacket that he had and things like that. We're going to show some of that, and then we're going to replay a show live at Billy's place tomorrow. So we'll hope you'll come on in the beginning and share your Billy stories, because I know you knew
and Billy was a
so,
class act, and he would come and see us with Frankie.
Yeah,
And yeah, he was a wonderful guy, and that was so sad that when he left us. But
it was really sad. But that's what we're gonna have on tap for tomorrow, just a show
Awesome.
to honor him. So yeah, so we're looking
Good
forward
one.
to it.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
let you go, and I'm going to play a song. We're going to play a Bob Gaudio song, December 63. And I think I've told you this story, and I don't know if the whole audience has heard it, but it's actually kind of a fun story. December 63 was recorded in 74, 75, right around in there, maybe 76 even. And the story goes, this was recorded with Lee Shapiro, Don Ciccone, Jerry Polci, and John Paiva, who were the Four Seasons at that time. Those were the 70s seasons. And they recorded the track of December 63. But the words, the guys did not like the words, the guys in the band. And they were pretty gutsy to go up to Bob and said, the track is great, but the words are not, because it was all about the roaring 20s.
Yeah.
One of the lines was the flappers flipping, And the guy said to him, it's a great... thank you, Anthony. Recorded December 74. And so he went home that night, and he and his girlfriend at the time, Judy Parker, who later became his wife, they wrote the lyrics. They rewrote the lyrics to that song, and the rest is history. One of the biggest selling songs in the whole Four Seasons catalog.
Absolutely, and what a vocal by the drummer there, Gary Polci.
Jerry
right?
Polci,
Jerry Polci, yeah, incredible voice, and Frankie comes in the middle. But yeah, that's such a great tune. So I appreciate you having me on tonight, Robbie. You are the best. We are streaming your show tonight on our channel as well, and anybody watching, come watch Beach Boys Talk. Robbie's on our show every week, and it's just a fun time. Great job last week with Little Deuce Coupe. That was a lot of time reviewing that album.
That was a lot of fun, too.
It was a lot of fun. You brought a lot of perspective I didn't even know before, so I really appreciate it. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for everything that you guys do. We missed your brother Greg tonight, but I know that he had a gig or something going on. So
yeah, he did.
Go.
He had a special gig. So, all right, man. Thanks.
Well, this song, December 63, is always a crowd pleaser because everybody loves to get up and dance and clap and sing along on this. And so I've got a bunch of versions of it, and this is kind of a cool version from Royal Albert Hall with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. So, and by the way, if you watch this video, watch the orchestra, because they get up and clap and they're swinging their fiddles around and stuff. It's pretty cool. So
awesome.
Take care, brother.
All right, man. See you tomorrow.
All right. See ya. So there you have it. That's Royal Albert Hall in London. That's with the Royal Philharmonic doing December 63. The song written by Bob Gaudio, of course. All right, now let me see if I can get my phone thing here to work, and we can see if we can get my hero, the great Vinny Martell, on the line. Let's see here. I'm going to have to hit this button here. Vinny Martell, are you there?
Yes, I am, Robbie. I'm right here.
I love it. I think people can hear you out there now. Can you hear them out there? Let me know. I want to make sure that we're working good. Always great to talk to you, my brother. You know that. Let me know, by the way, people out there, in the chat, that you're hearing Vinny, because technically I'm not sure this is all working here. I want to make sure it is. I have a feeling it's not. Tell you the truth. Oh, can't hear Vinny. All right, let me see what I can do here. Let me do something here. I'm gonna make a quick adjustment here. I want to go over to here. Might have to go old school again. I thought I had this here. How about that? Talk to me now, Vinny.
How you doing? Okay.
How about now, people out there? Let me know.
Okay, I'll try to talk loud.
No, keep talking, just so we know that, and somebody on the chat will let us know.
Test 1 2 1 2 3. Testing 1 2.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
They hear you, Vinny. All right. Cool, brother.
Oh, beautiful.
So we have a special announcement for you and Peg tonight. Do you want to make the announcement?
Okay. Well, it's a new song that we wrote, myself and Peg. It's called the Peg Pearl. It's called The Brotherhood of Jesus Christ, and we got you to play B3 on it. Thank you so much for that. You really rocked it. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. And we got a couple other people on it. We got a drummer named Mark Sacco. We did this up at Squirrel Ranch Studios up in Jersey, over here, Hamilton, New Jersey. Riot Studio, and that's it. I'm playing the guitar. I'm doing the bass. Me and Peg are singing, and that's it. It's a rocker for Jesus. It's called the Brotherhood of Jesus Christ, and it's got to do like with motorcycles. So we figured it fits up with that the Bikers movie, the latest movie that's out.
Oh, there's a movie, and there's actually a clip of them in the video. What's the name of the movie?
I think it's called The Bikers, something like that.
Okay.
The Bike Riders.
Bike Riders. Okay. Well, check this out. Check it out. Let's see if it works here. This is The Brotherhood of Jesus Christ by Peg and Vinny Martell.
Well, I'm riding down this road all alone, thinking about you, my Lord. Every market that passes me by is taking me farther away from the worries and the weight of the world, holding me down every day. As the scenery is fading away, I'm wondering how I ever lived without you.
All right, that rocks, Vinny Martell.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let me say something about it. It's like motorcycle riding is like life, finding Jesus and riding into eternity with him.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Hey, is your better half on there with you?
Yeah, my better half is right here next to me.
Hi, Peg.
Hi, Peg.
Hey, Robbie, thanks for having us on. Thanks for being a part of the whole project. We really appreciate it.
You sound great. Both you guys sound. You guys are like the rock and guitar version of Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher, right? I was just thinking that. Thank you so much. Yeah, but your contribution is amazing. I mean, that is a hot solo. Let me tell you something. Really.
Well, the track is hot. It's not. Whenever I get the chance to play with your husband, he makes it. He lifts me up to new heights, and that's what I can't. Hey, Vinny, I'll have to break it. Maybe when we do our thing in November, I'll bring out the guitar and you and I can have some fun with that.
Yeah, Robbie.
So I by the way, and I played it. You guys couldn't see the video, I don't think, could you? By the way,
we could. Yeah, we could see it. Peg came up with her phone and we were able to watch it.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Thank you for what you did with that.
Well, I got home this afternoon and threw that together so we'd have something to look at. But you both sound fantastic, and it's even more cool that you guys are singing and rocking out for the Lord, because that's what it's all about, brother.
Oh, let me tell you something. You know what? That's what it's all about. This life is a test. To me, this is the preliminaries for eternity. If you do the right thing over here and you follow what the Lord wants you to follow, he promises unfathomable enjoyment and love forever, never ending. How could anybody want to not give that a shot? I mean, the alternative is like totally opposite. It's nothing. So I'm in 100% for Jesus.
Amen, brother. Amen. That's so cool. And we're getting ready to go in November, you and I and Sarah and Travis, to do some dates. I still don't have any other dates beyond that first one, but I'm hoping and praying that we can add something.
Oh, yeah, let's see if we can add a couple of more while we're out there, because we had a great time last year. The people loved it. Any help I can give on that, and let me know.
You got it, my brother. All right, everybody. By the way, there are a bunch of great comments here. Pastor Chuck said, are you guys going to do this on your next 66 tour? You sure? Wouldn't that be cool? We should do that one.
Wow.
A bunch of people saying, rockin', amen, Vinny. This is great, Vinny and Peg. Fabulous. This song, somebody asked if the song is in Bike Riders. No, it's not in that movie. It should be, though, shouldn't it?
Sure, it would be great if they wanted to do it. We'd love to do that.
Yeah. And how can people go get this? How can people hear this?
How can people hear it? Actually, tonight they're going to have to archive your show probably at this particular point. We didn't get it to the next phase yet on that end.
But people can reach out to you guys through your website, right, Vinny?
Yes.
What is it? Vince
My
Martell?
website, yeah, vincemartell.com.
Okay, great. And next week we'll keep everybody updated on that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful, Robbie. Thanks so much for playing it and for being a part of it, like Peg said, because that B3 kicks, man. You're doing some of that percussive stuff in there, and it locks together, man. Beautiful. Thank you.
Amen, brother. Well, listen, God's blessings to both of you, and I'm gonna segue into the sizzle reel of our Route 66 band that's going to be performing in Edwardsville in whenever we are, November 1st.
Sounds good, man. Looking forward to that.
All right, brother. Take care.
God bless, and hi to Carla. God bless,
all
brother.
Right. Thanks, Peg.
Thanks, Peg. Yeah, she really. Thank you.
Right.
She said, "You got it, brother."
Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, get your motor running, heading on the highway, looking for adventure, or whatever comes our way, like a true nature child.
So, as it says there in the poster, we are coming to the Wildy Theater in November, on November 1st, for the Miles of Possibility Conference with our Route 66 band, again, for our return engagement. And there are so many cool Route 66 things going on. And, of course, one of our segments, special segments every week, is the Route 66 chick. And she absolutely knows more about Route 66 than just about anybody. And let's see if I can find the right button, and we'll bring her on.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
There she is, Sherry Ackerjack.
Hey, Robbie.
Hey, it looks like you're traveling more than me these days.
You know, I had a quick trip, 4 days worth in Tulsa. Of course, I do it. You could say it's the poor woman's travel version, or you could say it's the Route 66 roadie version, but I didn't fly, I drove. So
very, very,
after
very cool.
900 miles and 3 days in Tulsa, if I look tired, I deserve it.
Did you go down Route 66 the majority of the trip?
I didn't get to the majority of the trip, but I did part of the trip. So
now, does it go through Tulsa? Or
so that was fun.
I mean, but does Route 66 go through Tulsa? I guess
it does. It does.
I love Tulsa, by the way. There's a
11th.
Go ahead. I think you're cutting
11th
in.
Street.
You know what? Let me recommend. I'm going to bring in, because I've got these pictures I'm going to bring in on the fly here. Why don't you hang up and come back in, because you're kind of chopping in and out a little bit. Come on back in, and I'm going to get these pictures in while we do that. So here are some of the pictures. I think I can make this happen here. Let's see if I bring these all in here. Yeah, sometimes with this internet stuff, I don't know if it's on my end or her end or what, it doesn't really matter. But, and I am loading in. I don't know if you can hear me, actually. We'll see. Bear with me just another second. It's loading in a bunch of cool pictures here that she texted over to me today. Okay. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, it looks like you can. Maybe not. There we go. We'll bring Sherry back in. See if this is working now. Okay, cool. Hey, looks like you're in. And looks like the pictures are in.
Okay, cool. Well, this was the third annual Route 66 Road Fest. And
Very
it's
cool.
sponsored by a really large organization, the AAA, the American Automobile Association.
Yeah.
And this was the creative genius of two gentlemen, movers and shakers in Tulsa, named Wade Bray and Ken Busby.
I think I saw their pictures in here. Let me see if I can scroll over to them. That's not one of them, right?
Nope, that's not one of them. You know who this is? This is, well, let's see here. I don't know if
I'll
I've got
go back
pictures.
here then. Yeah, so
Yeah.
who is this?
This man is Toshi Goto, and he's been a Route 66 friend for years now. I've never once been to Japan, but he comes over here about every year. And the thing that's interesting is he is the president and the founder of the Route 66 Association of Japan.
Who would think that Japan would have a Route 66?
So many countries do. Isn't that just incredible?
That is incredible. So here's now these are some of the guys. I'm assuming.
Now, these are not the people with the event itself.
I see.
There's 4 Route 66 authors here. And the
Wow.
2 gentlemen on the left, I guarantee you know way more about Route 66 than even I do. But here's the cool thing. The 2 on the left were speakers there. And the one on the right, Steve Clem, he's the one that you had the music, the Tulsa music conversation with when I tried that disastrous thing last year.
Oh, I
of,
remember. Yes, I love
broadcasting
the Tulsa
from
thing.
from Tulsa. So anyway, I have to mention these people's names because they are superstars of the Route 66 world. On the left is Jim Hinckley, and Jim Hinckley was had the original idea that sprang forth the Miles of Possibility conference. And Jim works behind the scenes every year to give us wise counsel on Miles of Possibility.
Cool.
And the next one is Joe Sonderman, and he has written like 1 bazillion books on Route 66. And Joe and I co-authored 2 books. And then bopping back to the left to Jim Hinckley, Jim decided we'd do a Route 66 anthology for the centennial year. Wow. So Jim put this book together, the idea, and got us a publisher. And so Jim on the left, and then Joe, and then I are 3 of the 6 authors in this new centennial book. So I'll have a book cover before long on that we're all doing.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, so that'll be really cool. And then this gentleman here, I don't know if Michael Wallace is exactly a household name to non-Route 66 people, but you're going to know who he is in a minute. Oh, and on the left is Ken Busby, one of the creators of this event. They call him the Culture Czar of Tulsa. That's his nickname and title. Yes. So Michael Wallace, and we had a happy reunion, as you can see, because we had not seen each other since before COVID. But Michael is a prolific and marvelous author, particularly of Western history. And he was one of the people in the 1990s that really began the Route 66 Renaissance with his, probably the first book on Route 66 was Michael's.
Right?
But now I'm going to tell you something that everybody's going to know just who this man is. Michael is the voice of the sheriff in the Cars movie. And he was the consultant to Pixar Studios for the length of time that they planned and produced the Cars movie.
That Cars movie really helped the popularity of Route 66, right?
It did. It really did. And Michael was able to reveal the hot news this weekend that Pixar is releasing a special 1926 to 2026 centennial version of the first Cars movie in 2026 to celebrate the centennial. So Michael had some health issues over the last few years and sadly spent some time in the hospital, but he assured me he is back to good health. And he was there. He did a program or 2, and the reason he was sitting down was not due to health. He was sitting there signing books. He was autographing books.
Very cool.
And
it looks like, look at all these cars. This is amazing.
It was an incredibly big show. I did not get out there last summer. I went to the first one in 2022, and I couldn't believe how much more they did this year. They just knocked it out of the park.
There's a lot of money invested in all of those cars together, too. Wow.
Absolutely. And that was just the main car show. They also had cars, as you can see there, throughout in the exhibits. Just enormous exhibits. And then vendors like a trade show. This was the presentation stage where the speakers did their thing.
That was the very first car I ever got. When I was 15 years old, I bought a 55 Chevy and had it painted. And then that is a 55, I think, or is it a 56? It might be a 56, but I had a 55
It could be a 56.
Chevy.
I'm not sure. I know it's not a 50. The red one on the right, I'm sure, is a 57.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got
Those
those
classic
pointy
cars,
things.
no question about it. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Corvette, right? No, what is that?
I don't know. I'm not really a car person, but it could be a Corvette. But anyway, you can get a sense of the scale of things there.
So that was it, Route66roadfest.com.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just a great thing.
that iconic, that's where it was, I guess, huh? Or
This just gives you. I was not backed up far enough to get a picture of this entire building. It's just enormous.
This is from the week before, actually, isn't it?
Correct.
I think
Correct.
I missed a couple of these pictures
And
up
then
here.
yeah, let's
Well, we
see.
started
And these are
here
just some of
going
the
in the
exhibits. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just some. Now this one I need to stop on because
Okay.
in 2022,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's all Illinois Route 66.
Yeah.
And Illinois, they chose one photographer from each of the 8 Route 66 states to feature their photos. And although I rate myself as a writer, not a photographer, word got around that I do some photography. And so I was chosen for Illinois. So these are all my photos.
Wow.
And that exhibit is 20 feet wide by 8 or 10 feet tall. So it's kind of fun to see your photos blowing up that big.
They must have been high-res photos that be blown up that big and still look good.
They were.
So I have a question here, because one of the places that people have been telling me we should check out is that Motorhead's Bar and Grill to play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know the person to talk to.
Okay, I'm going to give
In
them
fact,
a call
I wrote a
this
story
week.
about him in a magazine. So
we'll try to set that up this week to see, because we do need to do a couple more shows instead of just going back for one show. But it's really, we're looking forward to. I don't know if tickets have gone on sale yet.
if you'd like to do that, I will. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they're
if
not
you
on
can-
sale
yeah,
yet.
if
I've
you
got to
can
talk to
introduce-
Al about that and
Yeah.
see too if we can.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll combine the Route 66 band and combined with the Four Seasons stuff. And I thought I'd segue into another Four Seasons song, the one you heard with the Royal Philharmonic. But I'll do a version of that we did at the Wildly last year. Was the it was late December back in '63. So let's see what that one sounds like here with the Route 66 band. Sherry Eicherjet, thank you so much for everything you do with Route 66 and with Jam and Java.
Thank you, Robbie. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Sherry Eicherjet. And we're going to go into the Route 66 band doing December '63 last year. So that was, of course, that's when we played the Wiley last year at our sold out show in Edwardsville, Illinois. And we'll be back there November 1st. So I don't know if tickets have gone on sale yet. You can go to thewildly.com. It's easy to find if you just kind of Google it. But sometime soon we'll start getting ticket information out there. I'd love to see that place sold out again, and come on and hang out with us. That'd be super cool. Let's now, in keeping in the because we're doing a lot of Four Seasons, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons here tonight, and there's another Four Seasons song that we did when we went back to Litchfield, and Travis Clower went back with us. Travis Clower, who is in the Route 66 band with Vinny and I and Sarah Nimitz. And Travis played Frankie Valli, the role of Frankie Valli and Jersey Boys, 2,200 shows, more than anybody ever. And he is an amazing talent in his own right. But and so one of the things we did when he came back to Litchfield for the hospital fundraising thing that we did, and we did, of course, from some Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons songs, and with Rex, my brother Rex, who was with Frankie Valli for over 20 years, Chuck Wilson, who also played and sang with us for many, many years. And so we went up to my old church, Zion Lutheran Church in Litchfield, Illinois, and we rehearsed some of the vocals. And so here I have a really cool, I want to get this clip. It's a short little clip. Come on, where'd it go? Bear with me. Not there. Here we go. So this is kind of a cool behind-the-scenes thing. Check this out. So that was fun. And that's just us singing in the church. Like now, for those of you who really know the Jersey Boys story, and I know there's a number of you who are watching tonight who know the Jersey Boys story, there's a cool scene in Jersey Boys where the guys go up to rehearse in the church. And that's where they get arrested, of course. Yeah, great acoustics, Debbie says. And yeah, we just somebody just I forget who was there, just videotaped it. And so they sing in Jersey Boys, they sing Sunday Kind of Love. In Jersey Boys, yeah, KP Lynn had it right. So we said, you know what, we should do this. Now, by the way, none of this was planned. We were just looking for a place that had a keyboard that we could rehearse a little bit, and my old church was the place. Here is, so we decided, well, let's do a little bit of Sunday Kind of Love. And so this is Travis and I. Now did I just lose it all? Darn it here. Let me get the right clip. This is Travis and I doing Sunday Kind of Love. Check this out.
Sunday kind of love.
Well, that's just a short excerpt of that, but that was. You know what? That would be a really cool place to do a recording of maybe that song. I don't know. When we're back there, because we'll be back. Edwardsville, Illinois is only about a half an hour from Litchfield. Now, there's another thing that during COVID that Travis Clower and I did. Now, do I have that clip here? Let me see if I've got it here. We did a version of this old hymn. Now, I've played it here a few times, but while we're kind of in this mode of, as a matter of fact, how can I do this? How can I best do this? I think maybe if I go over here. Now, hang with me, Luke. How about over here? This is even wilder. Okay, how about that? I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to do this on the fly here. And I am going to bring in a video now. So bear with me a second while I find that video. What's the name of that video? Hold on a second. I might not be able to do this on the fly. I think I can. Let me see if I can make this happen. I open this. Oops. Nope. There we go. We did this version. It's an old hymn. And hate to do this kind of by the seat of my pants, which is kind of what we're doing. I'm looking. Let us ever walk with Jesus. That's it. Here, check this out. Ooh, that's not going to work here. We'll do it here like this now. We got to do one more thing. Source is going to be video. Here we go. How's that working so far? Not so good. Here, let me do it this way. Now, because we've got to do this song now that I've done it. Here, check this out. All right, I was doing the behind the scenes while I was playing that other clip, of course, of State. So here we go. This is Let Us Ever Walk with Jesus. Check it out.
Oh, let us ever walk with Jesus. Let us ever walk with Jesus, follow his example pure, through a world that would deceive us, and to sin our spirits lure. Onward in his footsteps trending, pilgrims hear our home above, full of faith and hope and love. Let us do the Father's bidding, faithful Lord, with me abide. I shall follow where you guide.
So obviously the concept of that, the old hymn, it's an old gospel hymn called Let Us Ever Walk with Jesus. And of course that to me spawned the idea of Walk Like a Man, and so kind of a mashup of those two, and that's what you get there. That was so much fun to do, that's for sure. Well, listen. Okay, so we did these 3 cities in 3 days, and So we talked about Bethlehem in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That was Friday night. Saturday night was the Hard Rock in Atlantic City. Then we went to Richmond, Virginia. Did we finish up the Hard Rock stuff? I think we did here. Oh yeah, we did. That's where I met Vinny back in the day too. So here we are the next morning, or the next afternoon, I guess, in Richmond, Virginia. And it's always fascinating sometimes to see how they can take a bare bones stage and set it all up in such a quick fashion. And we've got a great crew of all kinds of really talented people that really make it happen. There's the truck loading in Richmond, Virginia on Sunday early afternoon. There's the tour bus. This was a great venue. There's the signage out front, the marquee, the Altria Theater. The hall was built in 1927. There it is. It's just a great, great old facility, great theater, and beautiful architecture. There's inside the building. There, from my station there. Again, there's another picture of the Richmond, Virginia. And in that keeping, I'm going to do earlier this year, or maybe it was last year, I did a version of Ragdoll as a demonstration thing for Hammond organ, for the keyboard, for the Hammond SK Pro. And I again, tonight is kind of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons night, and I thought this might be a nice change of pace to take one of Bob Gaudio's genius songs and take it in a whole different light. This song is called Ragdoll. Check it out. Yeah, one of the great songs in the Four Seasons catalog. One of these days, I've got this record game planned out. One of these days, I am going to do an instrumental version of the Four Seasons songs, and I've got a few things, and so one of these days, I'll try to make some progress and try to get an album done with that. But I want to play one more song. And a few weeks, well, it's about a month ago, I think now, when we released the song with Andrea Hammond and I. We released, what was the song we released? Was it Lord of Life, I think, right? Now I have to look. It's been a long weekend, and it's been a long day, actually. Well, I think it is. So, if not, then I've got this video that we did. Andrea Hammond and I wrote this song called Lord of Life. And I think, well, here, let me look and make sure this is the one. Bear with me a second again. Go over here. Yes, we did Lord of Life. Okay, and so here is our version. I hope it's the newest version of Lord of Life. Here, check it out. Lord of Life. Actually, I don't think, yeah, that is the latest release, but I don't think that's the latest version of that song. You know what? Let me see here. It's got to be here soon, somewhere here. Not there, not there. See, it's been, like I said, it's been a long day. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make this happen. I'm good. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, it's such a crazy day here with, again, too many fish to fry and not enough time to fry them all, I guess, would be the analogy. I could do this, though. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to go here. Because maybe that was it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, this has got to be it. All right, here we go. Lord of Life. I might as well go down this road since where did it go? And indeed, Jesus Christ is the Lord of Life. And this song is actually doing really good out there, too, now. Here it goes. One more time.
Forgive us, Jesus, for the cross that you bared to set us free from sin. Heal us, bind us together by your love. The cross of death became the tree of life. Lord of life, Jesus Christ, nothing can separate, nothing can separate us from the Jesus Christ, nothing can separate, nothing can separate. The cross of death became the tree of life. Live in us, Jesus, and by your Spirit give us power to turn away from sin. By your grace renew our hearts and make us whole. The cross of death became the tree of life. Deep in the garden of the heart, there is a longing for the hope restored. Lord of life, Jesus Christ, nothing can separate. Oh, nothing can separate us. Oh, Lord of life, Jesus Christ, nothing can separate. Nothing can separate us. The cross of death became the tree of life. Nothing can separate. Oh, nothing can separate us. Nothing can separate us from the Lord of love.
Amen. That's a good note to go out on, isn't it? Nothing can separate us from the Lord of life, Jesus Christ. That's what the promise is in the Bible, Romans 8:28. Nothing can separate us from the love of Jesus Christ. So let's go out on that note. Thank you all for listening. God's big blessings to each and every one of you out there. Thanks to Brother Vinny Martell for his great song tonight, and Peg. And next, I don't know what we're going to do next Monday. It may be 4th of July weekend or coming up. So it may be that kind of a thing. Keep praying for this country. Keep praying for this world that we live in. We need more Jesus in this world. God's big blessings to each and every one of you. I will see you next Monday. Be there or be square. Good night, all.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to thy light. Take my hand, Precious Lord, lead me home. When my way grows dim, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand, lest I fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I get so tired, I get weak, I get so worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to thy light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Take my hand, precious Lord.